have anything you want to say to your fans?
With the help of Twitch Prime, I merely managed to pop off.
Well, that's all we have here, so back to you guys.
Dafran has retired from Overwatch League. This is a huge blow, I think, for the game. Honestly, I think it's a really sad time for everybody involved with Overwatch League because Dafran brought a lot to the table. Yeah, he had his personality, his skill, like his mechanical skill is honestly one of the, I don't think I've ever seen anybody like this. He is the most naturally gifted player I have ever seen for pure aim mechanics. Of course, the big joke is we never got to see him play Soldier in any of the games really because, well, it was GOATS meta, so he was stuck in Zarya hell. I mean, we did get the awesome play where he went on up the lift on Hollywood and jumped over the top with a grab. That was awesome, that was cool. But it was a bit of a shame that we got to see him sort of, I don't want to say wasted, but he kind of was, right? If the meta was more favorable, we'd have seen Dafran on Tracer, Dafran on Soldier. We got to see little bits of Tracer, but it wasn't really any kind of major strategy. Mostly it was for running back to the point. Of course, we did get to see Torbjorn, so that was pretty funny. Anyway, Dafran's retired, so what I want to do in this video is go over the reasons why he would do this and what this actually means for Overwatch League, because I think this will be super interesting. All right, guys, let's get stuck into it. So Atlanta Reign, which is, of course, Dafran's Overwatch League team, made a statement and said Dafran's leaving the team, an official statement, and that's all great and that's good. What interests me more, though, is the comment from Dafran himself. So this is his twit longer, and this is what Dafran says about retiring from Overwatch League. I am leaving the Owl and going back to comfy streamer life. Hey, at least we're leaving maturely and gracefully after finishing stage 1, unlike the throw for the plan. Okay, we remember that, right? In fact, I covered that with videos on the channel because that was just ridiculous. But Dafran's like the ultimate redemption arc. That's what makes his story so great. He went from like absolute trolling and raging and all of that stuff to making it to the very top of the game, then leaving with all of his dignity intact. It's absolutely, I mean, it's such a cool story. But anyway, he goes on to say, I want to say big thank you to the Atlanta Reign for giving me the opportunity in the Owl. Professional gaming was always the biggest dream of mine since I was very young, and you gave me a shot. Sadly, it is not anymore. I would rather be a streamer at this point in life and chill. The owners of Atlanta Reign are incredible people. Paul and Eric wants to give the best they can for the team, and they are so supportive. Honestly, could not have asked for a more while playing for them. Or could not have asked for more, sorry, while playing for them. Other than maybe a TV in my room. Being part of Owl has been one of the best experiences in my life, and it is something to really look up to and strive for. If you are trying to go pro in Overwatch, it is so well done and it is way better than you would expect. It was for me, at least. Don't worry, the Atlanta Reign are gonna pop the F off with or without me. They're all effing insane players, and the coaching team is always working hard. I remember this for the rest of my life with no regret, and I can't thank Sephi enough for pushing me forward to try it out. Thank you, Atlanta Reign and Owl. As for the future of the streams, more, longer and consistent streams. You know, we get the people back, EU streaming, you know, etc. goes on. So that's Dafran's comment. But the thing which interests me the most about all of this is this passage where he says, sadly, it's not me anymore. I would rather be a streamer at this point of my life and chill. Now, this is going to be well, I think this is an issue for esports when it comes to very popular high-skill streamers or YouTubers, or they call them influencers. I say them. I mean, they call me an influencer, right? So anybody who's got a following online is called an influencer, right? So people with big followings have actually got a much, how can I say this? Like they've got a job, right? And their job is to do whatever they want to do. So in Dafran's case, he wants to stream, and this is what Dafran was. He streamed when he liked. He did what he liked. He got his money from Twitch. It was all cool. Maybe he did some sponsor stuff as well, whatever. But basically, Dafran turned up and did whatever he liked when he felt like doing it, and that was Dafran. Then Dafran goes forward and puts himself into Overwatch League. So why would he do this? Well, he clearly said it was his dream to become a pro player. And we all remember, I think Dafran tried to do something with CSGO, but didn't quite make it. But he made it with Overwatch League. Now, there's a very special type of mentality these very top tier athletes have in any sport. It doesn't matter if it's Counter-Strike, if it's Overwatch, if it's soccer, if it's NFL, whatever. They've all got this very like similar mindset where they want to be the best. They want to compete against the best. They want to test themselves to see if they're actually that good. They want to see if they can beat the best, right? All of this stuff goes on. The thing is, though, for people like Dafran, I mean, XQC was very similar to this as well. They've got big streams and they've got a pretty nice income from that. It's a nice job. You get to do what you like. Yeah, it can be stressful in other ways where, you know, maybe sometimes it can get you really down because there's a lot of negativity going on. Maybe you get a lot of spam, I don't know, right? Also, you're obviously streaming for a lot of time. If you're doing like 10-hour streams every day, it's going to take its toll on you. Maybe it's going to actually impact your social life quite a lot. There's a lot of things. Anyway, Dafran, XQC, I guess Seagull to some extent as well had this, but let's stay on Dafran and XQC because I think they're quite similar. They've got this nice foundation. They've got this stream. It's an awesome place to be. And in fact, you only need to look at what the most popular Overwatch League shirt was in Stage 1. It was Dafran. Dafran sold the most shirts because he's Dafran. Because everybody knows who he is and everybody wants to see him succeed. I want to see Dafran succeed. Everybody does, right? It's such a cool player to watch. He's just he's a big brain player. His mechanics are just ridiculous. Like I've said at the start of this video, I've never seen anything like that. He's just completely insane. But they want to try themselves against the best, right? And there becomes this thing where, do you want to come out of your nice, safe bubble where you're making a nice living, you're working the hours you want to work, and you're basically doing what you want to do, to suddenly go into a structured environment where all of a sudden you're getting told what to do, you're getting told what to eat, you're getting told where to turn up. You need to do these things. You can't just be like, oh yeah, sure, I'll turn up for scrims at 10 a.m. When actually scrims start at 9 a.m. That's not going to work. You'll end up getting fines or reprimanded, or maybe even you'll get fired, right? So it becomes more serious. Now, it is such a huge leap of courage for people like Dafran, like XQC, to go forward from their, or to break out from their nice bubble and actually go into these structured environments, into these highly competitive Overwatch League environment. And for them to do that, we will never ever understand that, because it is like, I guess the best way I can kind of draw a comparison to this is, it's like giving up your job completely for no idea. Imagine if you got a nice cushy job and then, well, there's a job over there which I might be able to do, but I'm not sure, but I'd really like to give it a go. But to do that, I have to sort of give everything up. That's what these guys do. And they just stop streaming and they go straight into Overwatch League. Now, for Dafran, played really well, I thought, in Stage 1, and I was looking forward to seeing him in Stage 2. I'm actually quite sad now that he's not in the league, because it causes other issues, right? So you need really good personalities in the league. A lot of the players in the league are basically faceless players. You don't really know who they are. You guys out there can probably all name Overwatch League players to me. I guess the most famous ones would be XQC, Seagull, and Dafran. But beyond that, who else would you name? Maybe Shawfall starts coming into that. Jake probably comes into that. There's other players, but then there's, a lot of players that nobody really knows the name of, and they just kind of forget about these players. It's because they're not as, they don't have the gravitas. Now, obviously, they're all extremely good Overwatch players, and you don't need to have a big social following or whatever, or be massively popular to be a top-tier player. That's just not a requirement. But it's nice to have these guys in the league, because they cause other kinds of things to happen. They cause a lot of discussion around the league, which means more people watch Overwatch League. Overwatch League has actually done really well for Stage 1. A lot of people were writing it off, saying, hey, it's probably not going to do as well as it did last year, because, it's the same sort of thing again, and also, it's not a very good meta. It's probably going to be quite bad. What's going to happen? Actually, it did better than last year for Stage 1 metrics, I think. So it's doing quite well. But I still think it suffers when it loses these players and these personalities like Dafran. So Dafran's decided to step back and go back into streaming. Now, this is the other thing for a lot of these guys. Even though it is very risky bursting out of your streaming bubble and going forward and saying, okay, I'm going to join Overwatch League. I'm going to really put myself under the spotlight. Everything I do is going to be analysed. I have to be on my best behaviour. They can step back and they can go, all right, we're going to go back into the kind of the life that I used to have, and let's see what happens. Now, the funky thing here is, for XQC, it was a really big brain move. Now, whether XQC meant to do this, who will know, ladies and gentlemen, but, maybe he did. Who knows, right? But XQC went into Overwatch League. But before he went in, he wasn't the biggest Overwatch streamer. I think Seagull was at the time. XQC was a big streamer. It wasn't like some small fry. But he went into Overwatch League, and Overwatch League happened. We all know what happened with XQC. Created a lot of drama, created a lot of a buzz about his name. But then when he went back into streaming, actually his stream was then like 5 times the size it used to be. And now XQC can sit there with like 20k viewers. So for him, it actually worked out really well. Went into Overwatch League, created a lot of drama, then came out. Now, I'm not saying he went in to do that. I don't think he did. He's just Felix, and that's what happened. But for him, it worked out really well. For Dafran, Dafran's he's kind of the opposite way, right? So he went off the rails before he joined an Overwatch League team, and then he sort of got his stream back in check, started working on his remember, Dafran used to play professionally for a team called Selfless a very long time ago, but actually making it to the very highest level of the game in Overwatch League, obviously was a dream for him, and he sort of has come back from being banned by Blizzard, having loads of problems and crazy outbursts, to being this guy who looks like he's grown up. And I think that's the cool thing for me. You can see that, yeah, these guys have gone into the pressure cooker of Overwatch League, but he's come out, and he's come out actually smelling of roses in a way. But I do think the league is going to be, well, it's going to be worse off without having Dafran, because we all liked watching Dafran play. Dafran is really good. He could play Torb as well, which is awesome. It was nice to see the Torb strap being used as well. But I just would have liked to have seen that, absolutely beautiful Dafran Soldier in Stage 2. I was really looking forward to it, because we don't really know what the meta's going to be. We know there's a lot of changes, but hopefully DPS gets played more. So yeah, it probably would have been ideal for Dafran. But listen, guys, I want to end the video with this. And if Dafran is watching this, I mean, I doubt he is, but if he is, you are amazing. Honestly, like, you have literally turned everything around. You had a lot of doubters and people who were like, hey, this guy's like, he's a loose cannon, he's not going to do it. But you actually went out there and did it. And what you've got to think to yourself is how many people have actually gone out there and done what they said they were going to do and succeeded at it and came out the other side just better in every regard. And you've done that, Dafran. But yeah, I'm going to be really sad that you're not in Overwatch League anymore, because, well, yeah, I want to watch you play. But I guess I can watch you stream more now anyway. I think I've been subbed to Dafran for about 2 years, actually, on Twitch. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to put this together because it's almost like a farewell to Dafran. Well, from professional Overwatch anyway. We're going to see him on Twitch. He'll still be an Overwatch streamer. He does say that Overwatch is still going to be his main game, but he will look at doing variety, which is only natural. You can't just cover the same thing over and over again, can you? All right, guys. I've been Stylosa, and this is Unit Lost. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, then, well, like the video. Remember, you can sub to the channel, click the bell, and, you'll get alerted to all the new videos that go live. You can follow me on Twitter as well if you really want, which is @Stylosa. I'm also @Stylosa on Instagram, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Toodaloo.